प्रजाधिपे चिराधिपे नमोस्तुते ममद्भुतं स्तवं निशम्य भारतं करोति संसदं कृपाकटाक्षभाजनं पदे त्वदेव जय राधे जय जय राधा कृष्ण जुगल मीना, जय जय राधा कृष्ण जुगल मीना, जय जय राधा कृष्ण जुगल मीना, जय जय राधा कृष्ण जुगल मीना। आरती करो ललित दिशोगान, आरती करो ललित दिशोगान। हरे मदन मोहन रूप त्रिभंग सनार, मदन मोहन रूप राधा विनोद बिहारी रूप त्रिभंग सनारे, राधा विनोद बिहारी रूप पीताम्बर सिंह भज सुदान हार, पीताम्बर सिंह भज सुदान हार। जय ललिता माधव बामे कृष्ण गाना, ललिता माधव बामे कृष्ण गाना, जय ललिता माधव बामे कृष्ण गाना, ललिता माधव बामे कृष्ण गाना। लीला बसन गोरी रूपे गुण गाना, लीला बसन गोरी रूपे गुण गाना। नवी दयालंकारी कोरी जयमान, नवी दयालंकारी कोरी जयमान, नवी दयालंकारी कोरी जयमान, नवी दयालंकारी कोरी जयमान। हरि मन विमान बदन युगा, हरि मन विमान बदन युगा, हरि मन विमान बदन युगा, हरि मन विमान बदन युगा। विश्वपदी शक्ति गान नाना रागी गान, विश्वपदी शक्ति गान नाना रागी गान। श्री हरि माता की गाता समरंगना, प्रिया नर्मदा की गाता समरंगना, धम धम पद सरसित राधे, पूर्वपति विनोद सखी परिचित राधे। राधे राधा गोविंद जय जय, राधे राधा राधे राधे राधा गोविंद जय जय, राधे राधे राधा राधा गोविंद जय, राधा गोपीनाथ जय, राधा गोविंद जय, राधा जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण हरे Krishna
vacancy.
This song that we'd like to dedicate to Gurudev today was written by Nilachana, who Didi is in the kitchen helping so much, so nicely. It's very beautiful.
With the cowboys and Mama Ram, Vrindavan. Way down low where the green grass grows as we move our bones with lotus flowers.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vasyachari Shakarine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Vasyachari Shakarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prestaya Bhutale Shima Bhakti Pragyano Keshaviti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Gaura Prestaya Bhutale Shima Bhakti Pragyano Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadha Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरक्षिते नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया विभाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तवैवास्मि मामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे करुणय माम चरणं टिके। First of all, my millions of dandat pranam in the lotus feet of my Paramaradhatam Guru Pad Padma Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pad Sisman Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami. And same millions of dandat pranam in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Nitya Leela Pravishtam Vishnu Pad Sisman Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaja. In continuation, Krishna began to tell to Uddhav the history of Dattatreya and Jadu. He is telling Dattatreya that we had explained before yesterday, and I'm giving something in brief, that from ocean is my Gurudeva, and I've learned that as ocean, always very gambhir, grave, atha, apar, asim, no limit, never becomes shubdha, agitated. If in rainy season so much rainfall, but water not raising high, and in the time of summer, water does not go low. So a devotee should be like very deep, that general people cannot, what he is thinking, very deep. And if any calamity, suffering, anything coming, so much happiness coming, then he is calm and quiet, not angry, nothing. If anything good coming, if not coming, in worldly things, if any good thing coming or going, he never becomes very for all these things. You know Patinga? Means if in rainy season especially, if he sees any fire, at once he thinks that very beautiful this, and jumps in the fire and burns forever. So we should learn that we should not be attracted to very beautiful form, whether lady or male. Never. Otherwise, he will lose his bhakti, and thus his death of parmarthic, transcendental death will be. Always think this, especially sannyasis and brahmacharis, to whom Gurudeva has told, be one-pointed and give your whole affection, energy, everything to Krishna. They should be always alert for this. Otherwise, they will be like Patinga, and parmarthic mukti will be done. Also he told, those who are mudha, very ignorant and foolish, they Kamini, Kanchan. Kamini, you know, and Kanchan, gold, and गहने कपड़े से सजी हुई, decorated by ornaments, powder, and so many lifties, so many things, paints. Those who are attracted, then that is very foolish person. A devotee should be alert from this. Also, yesterday we explained about Madhumakhi, Madhu bee. Don't collect so much, otherwise hunter will come and take you with your house. Okay? Bee honey. And he will crush and will take you. Be always alert. He is telling that I am always alert. I like Brahman. Brahman means bamboo bee. He only takes something little, a small quantity from all kinds of flowers. And he does not keep it for tomorrow. Never. So we should be like that. Don't keep anything. A sannyasi, they should not keep anything for tomorrow. And elephant we have told. And then deer. We will speak about deer. I want that new one. Oh, bring the new one.
Agyaratinuram dasya jananjana salakaya chakshur unmilitam yena tasmai Sri Gurudeva namaha vanchakalpatarupyascha kripa sindhu vevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. First of all, I offer my unlimited Dandavat Pranama to my beloved spiritual master, Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrak Acharya Ashtadhata Srimad Bhaktivedanta Srila Narayana Maharaja. Then I offer my humble obeisances unto all the Acharyas in our Guru Varga and unto all the assembled Tridandi, Sannyasis, elevated Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, guests, Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Gurudeva has ordered me to speak on deer. Yeah. What can we learn from deer? What did Dattatreya express here? What he learned from the deer. So the deer is very easily captured by beautiful sound. Hunter plays on flute, and deer very easily comes near, and hunter can shoot the deer. Deer comes near and hunter catch the deer by sweet music. So here we learn that if we become attracted to mundane musical performances or very sweet sounds, language coming from the mundane realm, very easily we become captured by death. We will be caught in the network of Maya, the material energy. Why? Because this sound, very pleasing to the ear, and we forget what is most important. In human form of life, we are given the very rare, most valuable opportunity to become attracted to our best friend, who is always with us, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. We are looking outside for help, for happiness, for shelter, and we become attracted by our senses. Hearing beautiful sound of any opposite sex, lady or male, we think, oh, how nice this sound. This person is very sweet and attractive. I should meet more intimately with them. And before we know it, captured. And whole life we will spend so many activities we will have to perform and become more and more entangled in the web of Maya. However, becoming very fortunate, coming in contact with Sadhu Sangha, we can overcome this great obstacle if we become attached to the sound vibration emanating from the lotus lip of the pure Sadhu. Then, as we have heard many times, maybe not all of you, but we have heard from Sripad Bhagavat Prabhu, by that sound vibration, our heart will be colored with such a beautiful attachment for Krishna, like the saffron particles. And then everything will become saffron, very beautiful. So that is what we really want. So this we can learn from there. Be very, very careful. Always come in Sadhu Sangha and become attached to hearing Harikatha. This will save us. Follow Harikatha everywhere in the world. Even if you have no attachment, keep following and one day you'll be attached. Next, the fish.
Fish, yes.
Fish is very eager to taste with its tongue. It wants to always taste something which it sees in its near environment. That is why very easily fishes become hooked. The fisherman, he knows, he puts some bait on the hook and very quickly he catches fishes. So the tongue is the most difficult, voracious to control. By the tongue, we get entangled in so many problems in this world. If we cannot control the tongue, we want to taste so many different preparations in this world. Even devotees, if we come in the path of bhakti, we should be careful. If we overeat, always wanting to taste some good preparation, what will happen? Big belly coming. Pressure, and we will want to enjoy illicit connection with the opposite sex. And then more problems coming. So this is the teachings which we receive from the fish. That we should be very careful to control the tongue.
Oh, this tongue has no bone.
No backbone, Gurudeva always says.
No bone. It can go everywhere in mouth. If you will not control, then Mahabharata battle will be. Mahabharata battle will come and finished. Like Sita also, Raman Juddha, battle of Ram. Only due to 10, they could not control. Doctor told to Duryodhan, oh, blind son is blind. No, like father, like son. And then, oh, he did a vow, pratigya, that I will take revenge from this lady. And that is why he wanted to make naked. And for that, Bhim promised that I will kill Dushasan, and then by his blood, Draupadi is will be done. When Ram, Lakshman, Sita were in forest, when Ram was pursuing Marich, a deer like golden deer, and at the time of death, he called, "Oh Lakshman, oh Lakshman." And Lakshman, Sita Devi told, "Oh Ram, in danger, you must go." But he denied. Any danger cannot come to Ram, and he is very strong. Any danger cannot come to him. But Sita Devi, he repeatedly told, "You should go, you should go. Oh, you want to marry me? And Ram should be killed?" Then he became, "Oh, I'm going, but very danger will come. Don't cross this." And when he left, at once Ravana was there, came like a Tridandi sannyasi. "Oh, Bhikshang Dehi, Bhikshang Dehi, Bhikshang Dehi," like that. And Sita came, "Oh, I cannot go out of, so please take from here." But he told, "I will cause. I will cause, I am not an ordinary." And by this, she crossed the. When Sita Devi came to Ajodhya, and after so many days, years, when Sita was going in exile, Ram forever kept exile. Then she was weeping and telling, "Oh, I have done offense to Lakshman. I insulted. So I am going to this stage. So always try to control. Be deep." And then Pingala, Shyamrani.
Janasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances unto the lotus feet of my Diksha Gurudev. Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Astotara Satasri Sriman Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. And the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipable Shiksha Gurudev. Om Vishnu Pad Astotara Satasri Sriman Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. To all of our disciplic succession and all the assembled devotees and guests. Srila Gurudev has ordered me to speak about the next of Dattatreya's 24 gurus, and that is Pingala, the prostitute. From the prostitute, Dattatreya said that he learned that if one has material desires, whether those desires are fulfilled or not, doesn't make any difference. If one has material desires, he'll be very, very unhappy. And if one is free from material desires, then he becomes very happy. Another thing that Dattatreya learned from Pingala is that failure is the pillar of success, if one is sincere about success. Pingala is a prostitute of the city of Videhi. And this prostitute would go out of her house every evening looking for a lover. Not for love, but for money, because this is how she maintained herself. So one night she went out and making very beautiful poses and trying to be very attractive. She was hoping that a lover would come. But the men came and left, and nobody came up to her. So she began thinking, maybe this one, maybe that one will think that I'm very beautiful. Oh, that one looks like he has money. Well, that one just passed. But then there's another one, he looks very rich. I'm sure he'll be attracted to me. So thinking and trying and making all kinds of gestures, nothing was happening. And gradually, midnight came, and she became very, very depressed and disappointed. She became so depressed and so disappointed that somehow or other detachment entered her heart. Failure can be the pillar of success. So Pingala began to feel detachment and disgust for her own situation. And she spoke very, very instructional words to us. She said, "Why am I wasting my human form of life just to get some money and sense pleasure from insignificant men? These men themselves are the source of pity. They are the object of pity. And I'm trying to get enjoyment from them?" She said, "I've uselessly tortured my own soul. Actually, this body," and she began to compare the body, because with detachment comes knowledge. So she began to compare her own body with a building, and the bones being the cross beams, and other parts of the body just being structures of the house. And I've just ruined my life just for ordinary, insignificant men who are made of skin and blood and pus and urine, covered by some bodily hairs. And for this, I've ruined my whole life. Actually, the only friend is the friend of all living entities, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who sits in my heart and the heart of everyone. He's the only one that can give happiness to anyone. He's the Lord of the entire creation. Just by a portion of himself, a portion of a portion of a portion of a portion of a portion, he breathes in and out unlimited universes. And we're all within him, and he is within us. So why am I giving my life for something that is only the cause of distress? I spend my days and my night just for sense gratification. Then she began increasing her humility. Of all of Videha, I am the most wretched and the most fallen. Nobody is as abominable as me. And then she became more attached to developing her relationship with Krishna, and she became determined to do that. So then, as she was thinking in this way, all of her disappointment and all of her disgust left, and she became very, very peaceful, as though her desires were satisfied. As Lord Vamandev said, when he was offered by Bali Maharaj, why do you only want 3 steps of land? I can give you elephants and kingdoms and beautiful women as your wives. So Lord Vamandev said, one who is not satisfied by 3 steps of land cannot be satisfied by 9 islands. One who tries to satisfy his senses beyond what is absolutely needed to maintain body and soul together, he loses all of his Brahminical prowess, he loses all of his spiritual strength, and he becomes fully dissatisfied. So, thinking in this way, Pingala went back inside her house, and she sat down on her bed, and she had a very good night's sleep. Our Srila Prabhupada gives a very interesting example about one very chaste wife whose husband, although she was very chaste and faithful, very good servant, he desired a prostitute. So when she found this out, because she was so chaste, she went to that prostitute's house and began working for her. When the prostitute saw this, she said, "You don't realize how expensive I am." So the wife began working more and more, and finally she became a prostitute and made enough money for her husband. When she gave him the money, no gratitude, he just left and went to the prostitute's house. So generally, when someone goes to a prostitute's house, first she gives him an elaborate dinner. And as Brajanath Prabhu just mentioned, when the tongue gets more and more gratified, the belly becomes very full, and then the lusty desires increase. So, because this prostitute knew the wife, and she knew what kind of a person this husband was, she served the food in 2 kinds of containers. One was a brass container, and the other was a golden container. So he sat down, he said, "What is this?" She said, "Just taste the preparations, and then tell me what you think." So he tasted the preparation from the gold container and the brass container. She said, "Well, what do you think?" He said, "It tastes exactly the same." So she said, "Yes, you are such a rascal that you don't realize that this taste of sense gratification is exactly the same in myself, in your wife, in the cats and the dogs, and in the demigods. That taste of satisfying one's lusty desires is exactly the same." So in this way she was able to instruct him. So Pingala is a very good instructor. She accepted failure as the pillar of success. When everything goes wrong, we can take it as Krishna's causeless mercy to become detached from the body. And actually, the Dattatreya even said later that one of my gurus is this body, because no matter how hard I try to please it, it's always dissatisfied and the end is disaster. So we learn from the prostitute Pingala as one of the 24 gurus. Thank you.
Asahi paramam dukham, nairasham paramam sukham, jatchind kantasa suswaya Pingala. Asahi paramam dukham. Oh, worldly desire. Oh, this is suffering. And detached from worldly desire, oh, there is happiness. And that is why when Pingala, prostitute, oh, gave her everything, all worldly desire, and he became one-pointed to Krishna. Then he became happy, and she slept very well, very well. You should. She has worshipped any good sadhu, and perhaps he was Dattatreya. It had been written. And that is why only sadhu sang, only sadhu sang, only. But high class of sadhu sangs. Those persons and ladies, even in their old age, going to marry, not satisfied whether they are married 3 times, 4 times, they have children, even bogus person, foolish persons, lady and man. What they are doing? Oh, new marriage, bogus. I pray Krishna that you should give them intelligence, that they should be retired from worldly things and they should be happy. Be careful in old age. Don't get touch. Be detached from worldly desires. This human life is very valuable. Don't lose. And then follow. Who? Okay, you see. Innocent boy? Then you? No need of book. What?
Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhyevacha Putitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Srila Gurudeva has instructed me to speak about the Dattatreya, what he's learnt from the innocent child, the foolish child. So, parents, adults, they take so much trouble to provide themselves with money, with a house, good food, refrigerator, a motor car, washing machine, CD players, nice one, computer, all these things. To do this, they have to work very, very hard. In material life, they have to work hard like animals on a treadmill. You know, they have the bull is crushing, or they have on this treadmill. They're working so hard in a job that they hate, which has got no connection with real life at all. It's just part of an artificial system. And then, with that money, then they buy useless things, which are actually no use for real life also. And in this way, they're spending the whole of their lives just to maintain themselves in society. So the man comes home, exhausted, 8 o'clock at night, and the child is there. He says, "Oh, Daddy, give me money." So the child he doesn't pay, he's not got any duties, anything. But he's enjoying quite happily. No arrangements at all. So actually, we're all living in the hand of Krishna. And Krishna's providing. Sometimes he's providing a lot, sometimes he's providing a little. So Dattatreya explained that there's 2 kinds of people who are happy in this world. One is the foolish innocent child who takes no trouble for his own maintenance, but he's maintained by parents without any trouble at all. And the other one is Paramahans. Everybody else is so much problems, struggling so much for sense gratification, struggling so much for survival. The animals, they're living quite happily. The foolish child is also living happily. So this is the lesson that if we simply accept what is coming by Krishna's grace, by Gurudev's grace, and learn to become satisfied with that. Sometimes we want more than comes. Then we should understand that this is a lesson that actually we want more, but we need less. Or maybe we need to learn how to make do with less, to be happy and contented with less. Hare Krishna.
Oh, Govinda Prabhu, Kumari, young lady. Where? Govinda Prabhu? Not here?
Oh, he's here.
Where sitting?
I need a book.
Young lady.
No, you don't. I need a book.
I say no, so I have to read. Look, the young lady, she has visitors at her home. Oh, sorry. The young lady has visitors at her home, so she thinks immediately, I have to make some preparation, some offering in order to be hospitable. She has bangles on her arms. So she disappears into the kitchen in order to create some offering and satisfy her guests. But she doesn't want them to know that she's back there in the kitchen doing all the work on the spur of the moment. So her bangles, which are clashing together, are making noise. So she thinks, oh, they'll know what I'm doing if the bangles are making so much noise. Therefore, I better get rid of the bangles. And of course, she picks one bangle, crushes, throws it. Another bangle, crushes, until she has two bangles on each arm. She thinks, okay, now I'm good, but she begins working, and again, noise, just because of two bangles. Therefore, she finally takes one bangle off of each wrist and leaves one on. One bangle can't clash against anything else, and no noise is coming, and she's able to accomplish her task. And what is this? What's the lesson teaching? That, what is the lesson? Oh yeah. It was a great story. So, like, if a person lives with so many others, then there'll be clashing discussions and difficulty in talking. So much prajalpa will create political unrest. Therefore, if we rid ourselves of that prajalpa, that clashing of bangles, but what's the solution? Living alone. Nobody to clash with. This, of course, doesn't mean nirjan. This doesn't mean with no one. It means living with like-minded svajatiya, snigdasya devotees who are kindly disposed towards you and who have the same mood. Then there'll be no fighting, no problem, no prajalpa, only pure Hari Katha.
Thank you.
Okay?
Don't think nirjan means without anyone, alone. No. He told. But swajati snigdha ashaya vaishnava. This is also called nirjan. If you will think that nirjan bhajan, then you will have to do the associate with elephant and tigers, bears and all animals, or trees, mosquito and so many things. Very good. Arrow maker, Radhakant.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. First of all, I offer my humble obeisances to the lotus feet of Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayana Swami Maharaja, my Diksha Guru, to our Rupanuga Guru Varga, to Tridandi Sannyasigan, all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and guests. My respects to the audience.
But he's telling, don't ask me.
There was once an arrow maker who fashioned by wood very long straight arrows with sharp points. This was his occupation. One day he was engaged in his trade and a huge procession came by. The king. Whenever a Maharaj goes out, they're usually followed by many big retinue of guards, people playing music, sometimes holding umbrella, elephants, horses, kettle drums, very big procession because he's an important person, a Maharaj, a king, so he never goes alone. At this time, the king was passing by and this huge tumultuous sound was going on. The arrow maker was fixed in his occupation. So much so that he didn't even notice or hear anything from the king's procession. So we know that this means that a devotee or a sadhak who is one-pointed in our bhakti, engaged in Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, remembering, or doing various types of practical services, Archanam, Padasevanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, or serving in so many different ways. If our mind is absorbed in our service, in our Gurudev, in Krishna, then we're not seeing so many allurements and beautiful things of this world to attract us into Maya. So the arrow maker is this example of a person who can be completely fixed, and even though there's a large disturbance, something that would normally attract the mind of someone, he is not disturbed. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Vishaya vinivartante niraharashadehina raso varjam rasopi yasya padam drishtva nivartate. That even if a person controls his senses, we're talking about all the different senses, even one sense, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, if we become attached to it, it can carry us away. The tongue, the sight, everything. So, if we don't become distracted, and with our sadhya, our goal fixed in mind, doing our sadhana, our practice in Krishna consciousness, then param drishtva nivartate, we will get some higher taste. And from that higher taste, we can remain fixed in consciousness. One thing about the fish that I wanted to mention was that the fish is so attached to the taste of palatable food that he becomes captured. In the purport, there's some commentary that in Krishna consciousness we have 12 rasas, 5 primary rasas and 7 secondary rasas. And these rasas are transcendental bhavs or feelings and emotions combined with the different ingredients of ras that create an extraordinary taste in the heart and mind of the sadhak. So, if one goes to Vrindavan and traverses the 12 forests, each forest represents one ras. If we do parakram of Vrindavan, or if we're hearing about the wonderful pastimes of Krishna and Vrindavan in all these forests, then these different moods and tastes will come. So by experiencing this higher taste, or by being fixed in consciousness, just like the arrow maker was very fixed in consciousness, he was not attracted by Maya, he was not disturbed, and he was able to perform his duty perfectly.
Very good. Thank you. Oh, Natatre told that I make my Shiksha Guru Sneh. Why? Bhagavat Prabhu.
Om Jnanamirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksuramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. First I would like to offer my most respectful and humble obeisances millions of times at the lotus feet of my Diksha Guru, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And again, an equal amount of obeisances, millions of times at the lotus feet of my Divine Shiksha Guru, His Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj. To all the Tridandi Sannyasi Gang, to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis in the assembly, I offer my Dandavat pranams. So, the next person that Dattatreya learns from, the next guru that he receives information from, is the serpent. And the serpent, he learns to wander alone, live alone. The serpent, when he is living in the forest, and he is moving here and there, basically, he is completely dependent on whatever is provided for him as food. A serpent has no hands, no legs, no way to obtain any food, no way to obtain any sustenance, except what happens to come in his path. As he is moving in his path, then any animal which comes within his path, as opportunity presents itself, as it's provided, then he has a chance to get a meal. And if nothing is provided, then he remains...
it is for python,
python,
not for snake.
Oh, different snake. Okay.
He lives alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I got the two snakes confused. Thank you. Yes. This snake, what he does is he stays alone. And sometimes this snake, he wants to find a place to stay, to be protected from the elements. So when the snake is moving here and there, he will see that sometimes certain rodents, like mouse, rats, and others, they will create holes in the ground. When they create those holes in the ground, snake just takes advantage. He comes down in that hole, and he lives there, and then he becomes protected from the elements. So this story is an example about the sage, about someone who is living in simplicity in Krishna consciousness. A person who has given up his desire for activities within this material world. And like the arrow maker, is trying to remain one-pointed in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Who is trying to absorb himself always in the taste of the different rasas of Krishna consciousness and develop his spiritual consciousness. So that person, he will not try to work hard or to endeavor to create a home or to create any place for himself. He knows that there are already, by the arrangement of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so many persons who are working very, very hard. And they are producing so many homes and so many facilities. And if he remains one-pointed in his Krishna consciousness, these facilities will become available to him. There's one story that's on the video of my Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, walking in this beautiful park in Los Angeles. So he is walking in the park, and he is saying, just see, all the engineers had to work very hard. They had to develop a great plan to put up all the trees, all the roads, all the different facilities in the park. And so many people had to work hard and pay taxes, and government had to spend so much money to build and construct this place. Everything has been provided. I have done nothing, but I am walking in the park and enjoying. He said, so, a sage will be like this. One who is in Krishna consciousness, he will let others work very, very hard who are attached to material sense gratification. They will work very hard, they will create so many facilities, and then the sage will come and engage them in Krishna service. Thank you.
So, What is makadi? Oh. You. The spider. You. No, you. Huh? You know, don't know? Huh? And that what? Achut? Barbat Crane? Sajan Maharaj. Srauti Maharaj.
Shroti!
You.
Gurve Gaura Chandaya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavakta Namo Namaha. First of all, I offer obeisances to Gurudev, to Dandi Vaishnavas, ladies and gentlemen. So the next Guru on the list of Sri Dattatreya is the spider, the Makri. So his activities are very wonderful, just like the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself or a liberated soul. So the spider web comes from the spider. It is not different from the spider. And the spider moves on the web up and down but never becomes entangled within the web. And after the time is finished, then the spider dissolves the web back into himself, remaining in an unchanged position. Therefore the spider is like the Supreme Lord. The creation comes from within him, within his own energies. Therefore it is not separate from himself. The Supreme Lord comes to this world in various incarnations and moves within this world, but is not entangled in the activities of this world. And after everything is destroyed, only he remains. In Chatusloki Bhagavatam it said, Aham evasag evagri nanidyat sadasat param tat pasyat yat etacharyo visesa asmi aham. Krishna says to Lord Brahma, O Brahma, before there was anything, there was only me. What you see now in the creation is me itself, and after everything is dissolved, only I remain. Also the liberated soul, he is also like a spider, in a sense that he's moving in this world, interacting with many different persons, many different situations, but he always remains completely unattached to it.
Bringi, प्रेम प्रयोजन छोड़ दिया जाए.
Om Gyanatimanandhasya Gyanandanasalakya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. So Srila Gurudeva ordered me to speak about what lesson Dattatreya has learned from the Bringi, from the wasp. So it's described in the Shastra that the wasp is searching for some prey, and it chases a small insect called telkata, means the oilstone worm. So there's a stone, and in the stone there's a small hole, and the worm is hiding inside that hole in order to escape the attack of the wasp. So the wasp comes right up to the entrance to the hole, but he cannot get inside in order to eat or attack that worm. And the worm is in the small hole, and his entrance, his exit, his escape is completely blocked. And all he can hear is really loud. And he's terrified. He's completely terrified. But what happens? In Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Kita pesas kritarudha kudayam tamanusmaram samrambabaya yogena vindate tat sarupatam. When that small worm is terrified, completely absorbed in fear of the wasp, he becomes so absorbed in fear of the wasp that he transforms gradually and becomes himself a wasp. So there have been different explanations. The scientists say that the wasp stings him and plants the eggs inside, and then they grow and he hatches out. Srila Prabhupada, in his purport, he explained that worm, he's so absorbed in thinking of the wasp that he dies, and then next life he must become a wasp. But in any case, the teaching is that whatever one's mind is absorbed in, then one will become like that. So Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he explained, Krishnam smaram janam chasya prastam nija samihitam tatkatara chaschaso karyad vasam brajay sada. One should always engage the mind in remembering Krishna, but not alone, Krishna along with his associates. Selecting one very dear, intimate associate of Sri Krishna, one should constantly engage in remembrance of them and how they serve Radha and Krishna, and constantly hear katha about that associate. And if physically, or if not physically, at least in one's heart, one should always reside in Vrindavan. And by gradually coming to the platform of absorption, then one will become like the associate one is remembering. So in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna also explained that yam yam vapi smaram bhavam chajatyanti kalevram, that whatever one remembers at the time of death, he will attain that state. So if our life is spent remembering mundane material personalities and so on, then in the next life we will take birth and become like them. And if one is, as Bharat Maharaj, remembered a deer and became a deer in his next life. But similarly, if one will spend his time, her time, day after day, remembering the associates of Sri Krishna, at the end of this life, one is sure to become an associate of Sri Krishna. So this is the lesson that Dattatreya learned from the Bringi.
Then in the end, Datta said that my body is myself. You can.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gyananjanasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhubhaivacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vishnavebho Namo Namaha. So, in the continuation of 24 Gurus of Dattatreya, although Dattatreya is not an ordinary human being like ourselves, is incarnation of Vishnu and came in this world in son of Atri and Anusuya Devi. So Dattatreya teaching not for himself, he is teaching us how we can advance in Krishna consciousness. If we attach in this physical body, this body is not permanent, it is temporary and perishable. You want or not, one day we have to give up this body. So we are like refuge in this world. So we have not any permanent resident green card or neither passport. So we have to give up one day. So if you are too much attached, then you have to suffer in so many ways. Like in our body, so many senses. Like we have heard as before, so many living entity, they spoil their life due to only one sense. Like deer, he attached towards sweet sound. Fish spoil his life for sweet taste. Moth spoil his life due to good, nice beauty. And elephant spoil his life due to skin, touch, in so many ways. But human beings, all his senses, like is omen, one omen. Like if any king has so many omens, they are pulling their own side. He was one women, one queen want to control king, another queen want to control king, like this way they are pulling always. They are not looking the king happiness. They want their own sense gratification. In same way, our body have so many senses, 5 Gyanendriya acquiring knowledge and 5 Karmendriya to do some activity. So all are pulling towards their own sense gratification. So you have to be careful. After that, he is telling to Yadu Maharaj for the whole world that what is the utility of this human body? Labdha sudurlavam idam bahusambhamante manusham arthadam anittam apiya dhira turunam jatidna patid anumittu javat nishesaya visaya khalu sarvatasyat. Labdha sudurlavam idam bahusambhamante. This human body is achieved after, first of all, the human body is extremely rare. We have heard other day that 8.4 million species, among them human being only 400,000. So that is less quantity, not like other living, like animal, birds, not like that. We are not did so good job that we can obtain human life. But Bhagavan mercifully gave us one chance. If one beggar enter in a country, and the country was a very big oval like China oval. So he entered and knocked, Radhe Sam means give me some alms. No one is coming there. So then he is touching his one hand on against the wall and another hand stick, because he is blind, could not see, and moving around. When the door has come out, is there some scratch, and in the meantime door have been passed. There is 84 miles. That means, what is that? 804 million thousand species. So it travels so many species. Bhagavan gave us mercifully human life, but in misuse. What is the scratching? That means we involve ourselves in sense gratification and not use our human being properly, so we have to suffer again. Labdha sudurlabhina bahusambhavante manusham arthadam anittam apiya dhira. Only by human body you can do Krishna consciousness, not by others. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam it mentioned, especially in this Dhandakali, even the demigods want to take birth in this world, material. Why? They can do Krishna consciousness. Even being heavenly planet, what to say about other higher planet or lower planet, not possible to do Krishna consciousness. You can do Krishna bhajan only this material world, because this material world is sadhan bhumi, karma bhumi. Bahusambhavante manusham arthadam anittam apiyadhira. And by these human beings you can do only Hari Bhajan. For other living beings, other species, there you can get ahara nidra bhayamaithunancha. Means eating, sleeping, mating and defending is common to all living entity. But what is the speciality of human beings? If we engage ourselves for all these things, then we are foolish or not dhira. Turunam jatidna patid anumrittu javat. Unless until our death is not coming, before that we have to engage ourselves for Krishna consciousness. In these circumstances, our Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, has narrated one story about Labdha Sudurlamamidam. Once, one very big seminar was going on between human beings and animal. Animal told, we are qualified and we are more superior to the human beings, and human know we are superior. Then for human being, they choose their leader as an attorney, because they can do very good argument. And from other side, the animal, although lion is the king of animal, they choose a boar. Wild boar. Pig. So now discussion was going on. Human being told that the attorney that we are qualified than other beings. The pig told, how come? Then the attorney replied, we are taking every day very nice food stuff. Sweet rice, rasmalai, pakodi, kachori, so many nice things. Then the pig began to laugh. Seeing his laughing, all animals began to laugh, like lion and tiger roaring, elephant trumpeting, all this thing going on. Well, how come? Oh human being, oh that dear attorney, what you are doing, you could not eat anything fresh thing. Because what you are making, it first from farm you can market, then you purchase, you store in your house, like thing is sugar to make sweet rice. You have need rice, milk and sugar and other thing. But no one can you get you fresh thing. It comes so many process, then become stale, not fresh at all. But when you passing, then I can take the fresh food, no stale at all. And you have to not store in fridge even also. The second point the attorney raised, we can sleep in air-conditioned room, Dunlop mattress, so many facilities, especially in age of science. The board told, okay, whatever you may do, but we have so many problems. But we can sleep in a drain. We have no fear for any infection. If you sleep there, you may got infection and your body will be a problem and you have to go to hospital, maybe enter in the coma. But we have nothing. We don't care for any infection, other things. So we are superior. Then the human being told that you have so much fear. If you take one stick, you will run away. The pig told, no, we are not so much fearful. You are more fearful than us. The attorney asked, how come? Then he told, listen, we have, sometimes we may quarrel with each other with our paws or our mouth there. That's an abnormal then, more than that. And you guys are doing so much thing, you are making atom bomb, nitrogen bomb, so many things. Why? Because you are so many fearful. We are not so much fearful. Moreover, you are earning so much money, millions and billions and trillions of dollars, and you are storing in bank, and you are not scared for that. You are thinking that dollar is dollar, brighter than solar and cooler than lunar. Dollar is dollar. If you have dollar, then you will be scholar. If you have no dollar, then you will be fuller. This is a philosophy. But we never earn any money, not deposit in bank. But listen, you are incoming so much money, and when you give in bank and take it out for some reason, if any decades come to know, they'll shoot you down and take you all money. So we have not such kind of fear.
Thank you.
And moreover, we are living forest here and there, and you make your house, then security system, you have done so many things, we are not doing all these things. Then the attorney told, we are enjoying sense gratification in so many ways. Then he told, okay, but you can produce one child a year, sometimes twins. But I am producing so many child at a time, so we are superior. Then attorney told, okay, but we can do Krishna bhajan. You cannot do so. Then by this point they got defeat. So getting human beings, human body, if you are not doing bhajan, then we are tailless and hornless animal, not more than that. Hare Krishna.
When Krishna told that Jadu Maharaj heard all these things, and after that Dattatreya went on further going here and there, very happy. And what became of Jadu Maharaj? At once detachment from worldly desire came, and he also left this world, royal palace and his relatives and all, and went to forest to do bhajan. So if anyone hearing all these 24 gurus teachings, what should be the fruit? And even detachment is not coming, then he is like animal. So we should learn all these things. And then Krishna began to tell that in this world and in heavenly planets, really no happiness. In this world, we are realizing this, that what we want in this world, money, prestige and everything, after death, nothing is there. Like dream, no happiness at all. And in Swarga, Indra and other demigods drinking Somras mane Amrita, nectar. But even they are immortal, they are not immortal. They have death. And again, birth and death and birth and death. So, we should understand these things. One day you must be old. You cannot enjoy anything in old age. So many rogues and everything. So, you should know Guru, the Swarup of Krishna. क्या? हाँ, गुरु कृष्ण रूप हन शास्त्रे प्रमाण. शिक्षा गुरु के जानो कृष्ण साक्षात हरितेन सर्वशास्त्र रुक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव प्रभोर्य. So you should obey Guru. Don't make him displeased. Always obey. And try to serve with your whole life and everything. You should do Seva. First bhakti is this. Srila Rupa Goswami has told 64, among them 10 about Guru. Guru Padasya and everything. And then give up alasya, laziness, pramad. And you have dridha anurag in the lotus feet of you. Very strong detachment in Guru Charan. Don't criticize anyone. Never. Otherwise their bad quality will come to you. Don't also praise them. Worldly praise is nothing. And you should be detached from worldly things, and thus you will be happy. Without sadhu sang and Guru Seva, without obeying him, you cannot progress in this devotional life. Then again Krishna began to tell Baddha, Mukta and Bhakta. 3. बोलो तो ठीक है, यही लास्ट.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. First of all, I offer my thousands obeisances lotus feet of Srila Gurudeva Padma. All present all sannyasis, all Vaishnavas, mothers and sisters, please accept my Dandavat pranams. we hear so very nicely Hari Katha. So Sri Krishna spoke to Uddhava when he wants to go to that transcendental place in Nitadham. At that time, also Uddhava, when came, then Sri Krishna told, "Oh my dear Uddhava, you can live after me in this world, and you can manifest Sanatana religion." Then he was crying, and he told, "How can live? How can control my senses in your separations? And how can control my knowledge, heart, everything?" Then Sri Krishna spoke these things, these teachings. Anyone they control by the knowledge, and so also the Tatriya, he learned from Chobis Guru. So you can learn these things. After then, Kalena Jarasam Gata. So Uddhav always served to Sri Krishna whole life. Whole life he served. He is not old, but always same to Sri Krishna. Very good sign. But he never left to Sri Krishna, always weeping for Sri Krishna. That time Sri Krishna gave these instructions. After then, when Uddhava asked to Sri Krishna, "Oh my dear Krishna, please tell me conditioned souls, liberated souls and devotees' life. How can we liberations?" At that time, Sri Krishna spoke so many kathas there. Conditioned souls. Who is conditioned souls? Neha jat karma dharmaya na viragaya kalpate na tirtha pada sevayai jivan napi mruto hisa. Whose life, whose work, everything not offered to Sri Krishna, and no religious mood, no renunciation mood, and not serve him to Sri Krishna, they are Jivan Mruta. Their lives, they are going dead. They are not living in this body. Living dead bodies. So, they are conditioned souls. Always they have attachment in this mind, body, and house, family, everything. And other way, conditioned, liberated souls, always they are serving to Sri Krishna. Yaha jasya harer dasya karmana manasa gira nikhila swapavasthasu jivan mukta sa uchyate. They are liberated souls. They are living in body, in family life, but not here. Always they have attachment. Yaha jasya harer dasya. Always all things, whole life, they are serving to Sri Krishna, Harer Dasya. Yaha jasya Harer Dasya karmana manasa gira. His mind, his heart, his body, everything offered to Sri Krishna serving. And whole life, whole work, everything they are serving for Sri Krishna. Nikhilas sappavastasu, any time, always engaged. They call liberated souls, they have no attachment. So when we are living in this body is like one people tree. So there are two birds living. So one bird eating people fruit, and other birds laughing and watching what happening. Who is eating this people fruit, then he is weeping and hungry, cannot eat this people fruit. So nothing there, very small, and always losing body, going health. So everything less, then always weeping. There are super soul, Paramatma, he is living in our body. He is other world, so he is watching and laughing. Oh, what are we doing? But jeev souls, conditioned souls, cannot listen and cannot take care. In this way, they are Bhattaji, conditioned souls and liberated souls. There are so many devotees like Sri Krishna spoke in this world, sadhu's qualities, then devotees, Vaishnav's qualities, after then good premic, their qualities. So Sri Krishna spoke, Kripalu akruta droha satta sara sama निर्दोष प्रदान मृदु शुचि अकिंचन सर्वोपकारक शांत कृष्णैक शरण मृतभु अप्रमत्त मानद अमानी गंभीर करुण मैत्र कविदक्ष मौनी. 26 qualities. This is very good qualities. This is not ordinary qualities. So all those qualities coming in sadhu's life, sadhu's heart, also in Vaishnav's life. But anyone following these qualities, Kripalu Akritadroha Sattasar Sama. Uddhava asked to Sri Krishna, how can I understand sadhu? Who is sadhu? Sadhu's qualities. How is sadhu's quality? How can I understand? Then Sri Krishna told Kripalu Akritadroha Sattasar Sama. Sadhus, they are very great, merciful. Akritadroha, non-violence, not killing others, and Sattasar, some are always speaking truth, some are always same mood, equal, and Nirdosh Vadana Mridu Suchi Akinchan. His life no any fault, and Vadana very kindness, Mridu very soft, Akinchan. Nothing else. Always only one mood to Sri Krishna, and other way, Kripalu Akritadroha Sattasar Sama, Nirdosh Vadana Mridu Suchi Akinchan. Sarvopakarika Santa Krishnaika Saran, helping others, very peaceful mind, and Krishnaika Saran only takes shelter to Sri Krishna.
Akinchan.
And Akinchan, Niskinchan, no anything else. Simple life and simple mood, and only takes shelter to Sri Krishna. So in this way, Mitahu Apramatta Manada Amani. And no any desires, not eating too much. Mitahu Apramatta Manada Amani, very careful, give him respect to others, and Amani don't want any respect. Gambhir Karun Maitra, very deep, and Karun merciful, friendship mood. In this way, Kavi Daksha Mauni, very expert, Kavi poet, and Mauni silent mood. In this way, those guns, qualities coming in sadhus. Many persons in this world, so anyone they are following these qualities. Oh, I am very happy, and they are following this. Only take shelter to Sri Krishna, but no bhajan sadhans. They are also ordinary persons sadhus. They are not great persons sadhus. But these qualities come everyone's life. So there, Sri Krishna told, oh my dear Uddhav, Agyayaiva gunandosam, mayadishtanapi swakam, dharmang santajya mam bhajet, sacha sattamam. They are great persons sadhus, who left all desires, all religions, all things, any rules. So everything left, only take shelter me and serving me. They call Sattama, great sadhu, but they are not Vaishnava. These are sadhu's qualities, but they are not Vaishnava. When will be Vaishnava? When they are taking shelter to Guru Padma, to initiations, mantra initiations, and worshipping deities, they are Vaishnava. But there are Sri Krishna told, Kanishta, Madhyam and Uttam. So we hear from Gurudev, so Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam, there are three qualities Vaishnavas. But how they are doing? Kanishta Adhikari only worship deities, taking initiations, mantra initiations from Gurudev, but not giving respect to others, not giving respect to sadhus. So they are Kanishta Adhikari. In Vaishnava life, most important things, give him respect to others, and Vaishnava sadhu everyone. If not giving respect, then they are going less. So Sri Krishna told, Jasyatma buddhi gunape, not taking initiations, Jasyatma buddhi gunape, tridhatu ke, swadhi kalatra adishu, bhauma ijyadi, jatirtha buddhi, salile na karechi janishu abhigyesu, soeva gokhar. They are animals more than they are donkeys. Because not giving respect to others, they have attachment in body, They have attachment in family, and everywhere they worship like stones and deities, so many things, but not taking shelter to Gurudev. And who is taking shelter and worshipping deities, but not give him respect, he is Kanishta Adhikari. So many persons, we have seen so many persons, very senior sadhus, but not giving respect to sadhu. So they are Kanishta Adhikari. And when give him respect, then they are middle level Vaishnavas. Vaishnava qualities is give him respect to others. And Uttam, great person sadhu, they have qualifications. They can see to Sri Krishna's sweetness Leela and his beautiful form. In this way they call Vaishnavas. Great person.
Very good.
So Sri Krishna spoke conditioned souls, liberated souls, and sadhu's qualities, but all qualities in sadhu's life come in. Who is following this pure bhakti, then their life, all gods, they are coming, and these qualities come in. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavato vahi. Who is non-devotee, only materialist mood. So there are, if have previous life good qualities, so everything finish this life. Not good qualities, so nothing, then they are falling in hell. They are going hell. So harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavato vahi. They are manorath, always they are feeling and thinking so material things. They are not devotee. But devotees, when they are following bhakti, then good qualities coming in their life, then they become pure Vaishnavas. Vancha Bhagavati
Only the symptom of Santa. Mayavadi can be shunned. Anyhow, he has told right. Sant is all category of person. Those who are not attached to this world, they are all Santa. So Mayavadi also Santa, but they are not Vaishnava.
Hare Krishna. Now we'll start drama. Be ready for drama. Prior to that, there's an announcement. Sripad Bhagavad Prabhu and other will do. Prior to that, I want to say, after fire sacrifice, who has collected alms from Gurudev, they can come forward and they pay their obeisances and alms. Who has collected alms from Gurudev after fire sacrifice, they can come forward and offer to Srila Guru.